of AfCFTA, and how do we overcome it before I close? Next slide. The inability to maximize AfCFTA of free trade agreement, especially among various countries, are related to different factors. Now, there are different trade agreements in the world. There are hundreds of them. Hundreds of facts. UK just signed one with India because of Trump. Everybody is aligning and have pushed Trump aside. UK just signed one. Now, this one that UK signed, we allow India to ship 99% goods to UK duty free. 99. They need to do business together. They need to do business together. But not every business maximizes it. Why? What are the issues? Let's move on. Next slide. That shows that one of them is custom requirement. Because of the intricacy involved, you need to learn and understand the custom requirement. Which is why this kind of session is important. What are the requirements? I've just told you, for your good to be eligible, your raw material must be sourced in Nigeria, and you must have evidence. So that means you have evidence of the company that you buy from, the invoice, the payment receipt, and its product is such that we know it's produced in Nigeria. That raw material must be sourced in Nigeria. You must have all the documentation requirements because they will come to your factory to validate that your products are eligible under AfCFTA. Limited information available. How many of you are hearing about AfCFTA for the first time? Can you see? Raise it up. So some people have not heard. Do you understand? Limited information available. You know, product requirement. Information is difficult to understand. Not aware of what is required to get rule of origin, to make rule of origin 10. The product I export does not comply. I do not encounter any barrier. Next time. So, look at the research. This was done in Nigeria, and we're checking what are the factor utilization of ETLS, which will also affect AfCFTA. Top on the list, inadequate information. Inadequate information. Next slide. What are the information? Information about existence of the agreement. Information about how to enroll for the agreement. Information about how to enter into different countries. Information about the expenses, the cost of doing it. Information about the endowment, the benefit. And information about how to enforce, like the case I showed you when you have to at the border. How to enforce the agreement when you get to the border. Next slide. Now, another challenge is quality. Let me show you something about quality that Nigeria must do something about. In fact, the reason why we started a free webinar last week for 2 months is to provide information freely available online on the issues of quality in Nigeria for export and how to fix it. You must know how to fix your own issues to prevent you from being a culprit. Now, I compare Ghana, South Africa, and Nigeria over the last 5 years. Look at what I found. Rejection in 2020 Nigeria 32, Ghana 33, South Africa 10. 2021 rejection, Nigeria 23, Ghana 15, South Africa 12. 2022 Nigeria export rejection 75, Ghana 10, South Africa 6. Rejection 2023 Nigeria 82, Ghana 16, South Africa 12. 2024 Nigeria 46, Ghana 11, South Africa 14. In the last 5 years, Nigeria rejection is 258 from EU alone. 258 rejection from EU alone. North America is not there, South America is not there, Asia is not there, Middle East is not there. So you can imagine. EU alone. Number 1. Ghana 85, South Africa 54. By the way, I definitely South Africa. South Africa non-oil export. Sorry, South Africa commodity export, not oil. Only commodity export is about 15 billion. Agro commodity 15 billion. Agro commodity. South Africa export is about 120 billion. Over 110 billion. South Africa. But agro commodity is about 15 billion. So that means the agro commodity is more than Nigeria non-oil export together. And their rejection is what? Lesser. We must do something. You know, sometimes the issue we have as a people sometimes is people want to do a business, they don't want to learn about it. That's my observation. If someone wants to invest 50 million to do a business, he can't spend a fraction of that to learn. So when he now has issues, he will not be surprised he has issues. Look, all of us are learning, compulsively or voluntarily. either through education or through experience. We are all learning. The only challenge is that experience is more expensive than education. But you shouldn't learn through experience. We are all learning every day. Find it difficult. It's like you should see learning as an investment. So being here, it's not a waste of time. Don't ask me that for any piece, please. Clap now. Do you know how much I will charge you if you are doing this? Okay, those that know, you understand how much I will charge you if you are doing this. You are getting for free. I'm serious. It's not a waste of time. It's not. We are all learning machine as human. And if there is one thing you want to do, particularly for international trade, is learning. Because trade is knowledge intensive. Learn. It will save you a lot of headache. It will save you. Look at next slide. Look at this. Next slide. So Nigeria, total rejection 258. Average annual rejection 64. Monthly average rejection 5 products. Weekly rejection 1 product. Every week there is a rejection of Nigerian product in the EU. Every week there is a rejection of Nigerian product. We should declare a state of emergency in the export sector. We should declare a state of emergency in the export sector. Next slide, please. Look at the top rejection. Salmonella 152. Document issue 35. Aflatoxin 22. Illegal prohibited product 10. Chemical hazard 8. Pesticide residue 8. Contamination 4. Pest infestation 2. So what are the causes of rejection? Salmonella, document issue, aflatoxin, prohibited item, hazardous chemical, pesticide residue, contamination, and pest infestation. The one that caused the issue in Mexico election was pest infestation. Rejection. You know, there is a challenge in Nigeria. When if you go to traffic now, you want to buy granite, you put it in one bottle, madam. And the bottle we have the wrapper of the gin around you. The one if you are buying gin, granite, or granite. The person did not even remember to remove the wrapper of the gin. That's how bad it is, and people are buying it. You don't understand what I'm saying? We have accepted mediocrity as a people. And we carry that mindset into the export market where they will not tolerate it. You will not be saying, Amen, it's a small thing. A friend of mine exported shea butter 3 years ago. When they were sealing the shea butter, I'm sure the staff must have seen it. The sediment, they didn't see it very well, so the sediments were under after it became hard. So when you turn it, you will see small black spots. It's minor. It can be used. It's not the quality. Do you know the buyer rejected it? The buyer rejected it. The rep in US is one that have to find another person that bought that one. Because they now have to first of all remove the debris before they use it. But in Nigeria, don't be small. If you think I'm like that now, that's small. That's small thing now. You see that mindset? It's not good for export. As far as they are concerned, it's a bad quality product. As tiny, as small as it is, it's a bad quality product. It's a bad quality. They are not going to take it as it is. So we must be very conscious. So if you are working with people as staff, you need to orientate them. They need good orientation about international trade. The fact that it's sold locally that way does not mean you should consider it. In fact, some businesses have export products separate. The one that sells Nigeria separate. They brand new different. Why? Because there are additional level of quality requirement for the export part. So next slide, please. So tomorrow you can join us by 5 p.m. It's a free webinar. Nigerian export crisis addressing the quality problem. We started last week. It's available for free. If you miss it, it's available for free. globaltradecollege.com. It's available for free on globaltradecollege.com. globaltradecollege.com. So we are doing 8 series between this week till the end of June. And we started last week. And it's free on Zoom. 5 p.m. every Friday, Thursday evening, 5 p.m. Next slide, please. Next slide. If you need the link, my colleague can get your detail and send the link to you on WhatsApp. But if you visit, okay, how many of you are on Telegram? If you check African Export Business Platform, can you check? African Export Business Platform. If you search on Telegram, if you join that group, you see the link. African Export Business If you join that group, you will see the link. It's a free webinar and you can always join every week. Exporter, another problem. Exporter were asked the kind of support they need from their bank. They talk about market access, support services, finance, documentation, speed of delivery. These are some of the challenges. Next slide, please. Then another challenges extra highlighted. Port logistics. These are to reduce. Sincerely, please look. I know you might not like Nigerian government, but you need to clap for Papa. Put your hands together, please. Put your hands together. At least for our Papa. Clap now. If you were in a Papa 4 years ago, you understand what I'm talking about. How many of you come here? Coming to NBC is work. If I need to come for a brother, it's work, and you need to plan. And you can't put any other program because you don't even know when you will get to the place. You don't even know when you get to the place. But that has been largely cleared. And sincerely, it's commendable because it was an eyesore. Access to finance, port logistics, custom and other agency, exchange relationship, market access, access to raw material. We sample over 200 exporters. These are the issues they are allowed as the challenges. Some of which my brother there mentioned when he was talking. There are challenges, no doubt, but let's move on. Next slide. You can divide all the challenges into this area. Number one, delay in getting payment, delay in getting buyer, delay in shipment. Number two, demurrage. Demurrage is the fee paid for the unit of container beyond the free period while the container is in the custody of the shipping line. Discrepancies, defective goods, shipping and getting goods rejected at destination. Debt of knowledge, losses like they didn't pay on time, or they didn't even pay at all, or the good is rejected, and dropout. The reason why export volume is not growing, export volume, two issues we have. NDPC confirmed about 2-3 years ago that they have over 15,000 people registered. This was 2-3 years ago. But that year, the people that exported was 1,172, according to the NDPC. 1,172. 1,172. How many people registered? 15,000. Less than 10%. You know why? People come in, they lose money, they go out. People come in, they have issue, they go out. Why are they having issues? Because of lack of export readiness. There are countries that don't joke with this. In fact, you won't get export license until you become export ready. And because they insist on export readiness before people get export license, and they will do assessment for you, that reduces significantly the rate of what's the name? Of dropout from the business. And they will train. The government will do it to support. And that's one of the reasons we're having this session. The idea is, it's important to evaluate. You can actually do a free export readiness evaluation for yourself. You can do a free export readiness evaluation. I'll show you the website where you are doing it later on.
Watch out for the next part of this training on our YouTube channels, Voice of African Trade or Global Trade College.